1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has reiterated Pakistan's resolve to continue its full support to the Afghan people in their journey for peace and development. The Afghan government has lauded Pakistan's support for lasting peace in Afghanistan. The Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs says ensuring provision of speedy justice to the common man by reforming the criminal justice system is the top priority of the government. Pakistan and China will sign the first development agreement of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor's Rashakai Special Economic Zone in Islamabad tomorrow. Pakistan has lodged a strong protest with India over the ceasefire violations in Tattapani and Rakchakri sectors along the line of control today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has reiterated Pakistan's resolve to continue its full support and solidarity with the Afghan people as they march forward in their consequential journey for peace and development. In a Facebook post, he said successful culmination of an Afghan-led and Afghan-owned peace and reconciliation process is indispensable for Afghanistan and regional peace. The Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Shibli Faraz, says the commencement of the intra-Afghan dialogue is an historical milestone and a dawn for the war-torn Afghan people. In a tweet today, he said this initiative is a victory of Prime Minister Imran Khan's stance that a political settlement is the only solution to the long-standing Afghan issue. The Information Minister said, "We pray for the development and prosperity of the Afghan people." The Defence Minister Parvez Khattak has termed the resumption of the intra-Afghan dialogue as a good omen for the entire region. Addressing a public gathering in Nowshera, he said Pakistan is committed to bringing peace in Afghanistan because peace in that country is vital for prosperity of our country. The Afghan Acting Foreign Minister Mohammad Hanif Atmar has appreciated Pakistan's support for lasting durable peace in Afghanistan. In a tweet, he fully shared the view of the Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi and the Foreign Office of Pakistan that a peaceful and stable Afghanistan will bring new opportunities for progress and prosperity of not only Afghanistan but also the region. The Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs Ali Muhammad Khan says reforming criminal justice system and ensuring speedy justice to the common man are the topmost priorities of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government. Talking to a private news channel, he condemned the motorway incident and assured that the culprits involved in the incident will be given exemplary punishment. The minister stressed on law enforcement agencies to take all necessary measures to provide speedy justice to the victim. He said the government will take revolutionary measures to transform Thana culture and ensure redressal of public grievances at police stations. Pakistan and China will sign the first development agreement of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor's Rashakai Special Economic Zone in Islamabad tomorrow. This was stated by the Chairman Board of Investment, Atif R. Bukhari, in a press release issued in Islamabad today. Rashakai Special Economic Zone will provide conducive business environment for bringing foreign direct investment in the country. Atif R. Bukhari said the signing of this agreement would realize the vision of special economic zones development in the country, ultimately leading to a prosperous and industrial Pakistan. He said Pakistan's proximity with China will allow these special economic zones to foster economic interdependence for mutual economic advantage. Pakistan Railways has generated around 10 billion rupees revenue through special initiatives and projects launched by the incumbent government. An official in the Ministry of Railways told APP that the additional revenue has helped in absorption of 6 billion rupees additional bill in respect of increasing cost of fuel as well as pay and pension bill. During the financial year 2018-2019, the earning of the department stood at 54.5 billion rupees as compared to 49.50 billion rupees for the financial year 2017-2018, which was the highest revenue ever achieved by the department. He said the annual deficit was lowered from 36 billion rupees to 32 billion rupees. The official said the revenue target was increased from 53 billion rupees to 58 billion rupees in the last fiscal year. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan has lodged a strong protest with India over the ceasefire violations by the Indian occupying forces in Tattapani and Rakchikri sector along the line of control on the night between Friday and Saturday. A 10-year-old girl embraced martyrdom, and four other civilians, including two boys and a 75-year-old woman, sustained serious injuries in the Indian occupying forces' indiscriminate and unprovoked firing. According to Foreign Office spokesperson, the Indian Shahzad Gaurav Ahluwalia was summoned to the Foreign Office in Islamabad today and was urged to respect the 2003 ceasefire understanding, investigate this and other such incidents, and maintain peace along the line of control and the working boundary. It was also urged to allow the United Nations Military Observers Group in India and Pakistan to play its mandated role as per the United Nations Security Council resolutions. The Foreign Office said by raising tensions along the line of control and the working boundary, India is attempting to divert the attention of the world from the grave human rights situation in the illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Earlier, ISPR said the Pakistan Army effectively responded to the Indian troops' unprovoked ceasefire violation in Tattapani and Rakchikri sectors along the line of control. The Pakistan Army targeted those Indian posts which initiated the fire at civilian population with automatics and heavy mortars. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the Indian Army have arrested over a dozen people, including a father and his daughter, during the massive military operations launched in large areas of South Kashmir. People came out of their houses in several areas to protest against the ongoing military operations and arrests of innocent youths. The troops arrested a father and his daughter in Mendhar area of Punch. They also cordoned off Watnar and Kokarnag areas of Islamabad, Anantnag, and conducted house-to-house searches. 4 youths were arrested on charges of pasting pro-freedom posters in Pampur, while 5 were arrested during raids in Pulwama district. Meanwhile, the vandalizing of a graveyard by a Bharatiya Janata Party leader triggered protests in Gandarbal district. The BJP leader had to flee from the spot along with his guards on noticing the angry mood of the protesters. Tehreek-e-Wahdat-e-Islami, in a meeting in Budgam today, expressed grave concern over the growing Indian atrocities against the innocent Kashmiri people. The meeting said the Modi-led fascist Indian government had crossed all records of brutalities in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In Afghanistan, 5 police officers and 4 militants were killed in Kunduz province today. According to the provincial police spokesman, the clashes took place in Shinwari locality on the outskirts of the provincial capital Kunduz city. A Turkish ship gone for search of gas exploration in the eastern Mediterranean has returned to the Turkish province of Anatolia. Turkey sent the Orakrais research vessel to disputed waters near a Greek island on Thursday and prolonged the mission 3 times despite repeated calls from the European Union and Greece to stop. The European Council Chief Charles Michel has warned Britain that it must take its responsibilities and fully implement the Brexit withdrawal agreement. Speaking over telephone with Irish Prime Minister Michael Martin, Michel said the British government should take its responsibilities. The British government on Wednesday introduced new legislation to rewrite its Brexit withdrawal treaty. And finally, the weather. Hot and dry weather is likely to prevail over most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain thunderstorm is expected at isolated places in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Gilgit-Baltistan. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.